Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. On our last episode we were working on installing our Mad Jack's Alpha body kit on our 2012 Club Car Precedent. Today, before we get the body completely installed, there's a few final things I'd like to do. So we're going to actually remove the body because it's just kind of temporarily sitting on there. And I want to go around and do all the black plastic, anything that's going to be showing in this Daytona 1. It's kind of a plastic restorer. You can use whatever you'd like. I've been using this for years. It works fantastic. It goes on kind of like spray paint, and it'll take this kind of, I don't want to say dull, but maybe this faded a little bit black and restore it right back to life. So it's really easy to use. Just spray it on and leave it. You don't have to wipe it or do anything with it. So I'm going to take the plastic off, the body off. We'll do anything sticking out in black with our restore. And I'm also going to try to get the bull bar installed today, our Mad Jack's wraparound bull bar. So come along for the ride and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so I'll show you what I did here. I put these bags on just to keep that shine off the tires, and then I turned my fan on, and that basically defeated the whole purpose of having the bags. But you get the idea. With these new rims, I just didn't want to get that overspray. Not that it's really paint, but you can see that shine gloss it puts on, and it'll shine anything you spray basically. I didn't want shiny tires, and I didn't want the wheels to get overspray, so I tried to protect them a little bit. I also said you don't need to use a rag, which apparently is false, because if you get it on a little too thick in some spots, and then you use a paper towel like I did, and you get all these fuzzies in here. But you know, some of this is trial by error, and we'll get it figured out eventually. Trial and error, I should say. So I've got the sides shined up and looking good. We'll go ahead and start putting the body back on. So before we put the body on, I do want to get this bracket mounted in here. You do have to remove the 4 bolts in the front frame horns. This will go on first. Our bracket that holds the front nose piece will go on second, and everything will kind of sandwich together. And we've got to do that first before we put the body on. Alright, so here's what we've got going on. I've got the bracket mounted, but I've also got the other bracket mounted for the bull bar. So just 4 bolts, 2 in the back you reuse, and the 2 in the front I actually put new bolts in, just because I didn't want to go all the way down through the frame. Well, I'm not going to lie, that went just okay. I thought I was arm wrestling Sylvester Stallone there for a minute, but I've got it on. The biggest challenge was kind of holding everything and getting everything lined up before I put the screws in. After about 5 minutes, I realized setting the parking brake would probably help. So I've got to put the screws in the trim pieces yet. You can see I'm out of breath here because I've literally been wrestling this. You think a piece of plastic wouldn't give you that much grief, but got it in there. I'm going to take you up under here if I can. There we go. Got the bolts through for our bracket, which supports the front. Got our bracket in for our brush guard. Should all be downhill from here. You think I'd learn to pay attention a little more, but I've learned so much from my mistakes. I'm thinking about making a few more, and this is one of them. So if I would have looked, this kit actually came with frame extensions, and those little guys are absolutely necessary because this bracket is way too far underneath to mount the bull bar on. So now I'm going to fight with this while I've got the front end already mounted on, and hopefully I can get this done without too much grief. So here we go. Well, there you have it. Looking pretty good. Might be a shade crooked, but I can adjust that. Definitely the look I was going for. Rough and tough. We'll keep going. Well, that doesn't take long. Got everything buttoned up and kind of sitting in there. I shouldn't say buttoned up. I don't have the forward reverse switch in. I don't have all my bolts and stuff in, but I wanted you all to get a good look at it so you could see. And yeah, it's coming around from what it was. That's going to do it for this episode of Kart Crazy. Next time, we're going to tackle the rear seat kit, maybe a new floor mat, a couple other things. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.